deceive. The teddy bear are here to play. If you don't come play with us, then we will kill you.
Hi, this is Sarah Halsall HMUA and welcome back to Think Beauty TV. Today we're going deep into the world of special effects and I'm going to teach you 5 methods to create your own zombie. The first method is stretch and stipple. This is where you stretch the skin and apply a thin layer of liquid latex. Let it dry and put lots of silly facial expressions to exaggerate any fine lines on your face. This is also a method used in aging special effects. Method number 2, Sim Wax. This product is a moulding wax, so when it's warmed by rolling it into a ball in your hands, you can apply and shape it to any design of your choice. Always use Vaseline to mould the shape, as this stops the product sticking to your fingers and it also gives you more control over the product. I'm now applying a thin layer of latex over all of the Sim Wax to hold it all in place and mould it all together. When this is dry, I'm now applying setting powder. As the liquid latex is drying, I'm constantly adding more layers to create a thicker piece. I'm especially concentrating on the forehead area as I want to create a lot of depth around the eyes. Method number 3, liquid latex and porridge. Yes, believe it or not, porridge that you have for your breakfast. This works great at creating infected looking areas and all the lumps and bumps that you'd like to create with special effects. Also, another good tip is coffee beans. If you want to ground up coffee, if you mix that with liquid latex, that is also a really great technique. And now for my favourite, method number 4, gelatin prosthetics. This is some gelatin that I've made myself at home earlier. If you are making it, you can heat it up for around 7 to 10 seconds, but don't heat it any longer than that. You want it to go into a liquid form, but it sets really fast, so you've only got a couple of minutes to work with, but never put boiling hot gelatin on your face. If you'd like to make some gelatin prosthetics yourself, check out my other YouTube tutorial. For this look I'm creating today, I've decided I'd like an illusion of the mouth being ripped out. So I'm building up the area around the edges of my face, creating an area where I'm going to rip a hole later on one of my cheeks and an infected cheek on the other side. I'm now applying liquid latex all over the piece to make sure that's completely saturated so it won't move, it will stay on the face and it will mould to the rest of the piece. After every layer of latex, make sure you're going in with that setting powder. The gradual layers will create a real thickness to the mask and make it very lifelike and realistic. Layer number 2 time for the gelatin prosthetics. Here I'm starting to carve out the mouth area. So I'm building up a layer of the gelatin prosthetic around my mouth, building up a thickness to it around the shaped sides of my face to create texture and to create an area that I can later rip open. Now go ahead and apply another layer of liquid latex. When you're making special effects, regardless what method you're going to use, whether it be the liquid latex in the tissue, liquid latex on coffee beans or porridge, sim wax or the gelatin prosthetics, there's a whole list of things you can use, but you're constantly going in with layers of liquid latex, and this slowly builds up layer after layer to create a real thickness to the mask. So when you are removing the mask afterwards, you can actually keep the pieces if you keep them in good condition. I'm now applying more tissue and liquid latex to my chest area. This is where we're going to rip them open after and create some bloody wounds. Liquid latex dries quite quickly, so as soon as it's getting tacky and drying, you need to be applying more and more layers. Build up the thickness so no lines are showing from the tissue and it all looks like real skin. So it gives that really realistic illusion that you've got rotted skin. I'm now applying a large gash wound to my chest area, and I'm doing this by using the sim wax that we used before, the modelling wax. I've got a big lump in my hands and rolling it into a sausage-like shape, and then I'm going to attach this around the collarbone area. Now going in with liquid latex again and going all over the area to make sure that's all secure and build up that thickness. Word of warning, liquid latex does stink a little, but once you get used to it, accustomed to it, obviously it's a godsend when it comes to special effects. You can create all kinds of looks. Now I'm going in and setting the whole of the area so far. I decided to create an illusion on the nose area also. So what I've done, I've gone in with a thin layer of latex, cut some of the sim wax and rolled it into a small thin sausage shape. Applied that to the bridge of my nose, and now I'm using Vaseline to smooth out the edges and hold that all in place and create the shape that I want to with a very missing broken nose effect. Don't be afraid, don't worry, I'm not going to cut myself, it's not a self-harming video or anything like that. You can use scissors or a scalpel or a spatula or anything tool that you desire. I like to use scissors because I can hold the latex, pull it away from my skin, pierce the latex and then cut the shape that I want to cut the wound without obviously hurting myself. I like to create some large wounds and some smaller wounds, and lots of different textures around my zombie to make it look as realistic as possible. Now I'm pulling all the latex away from my eye to actually get a gap between my real skin underneath and the latex mask itself, so I can get underneath there later on with face paints, with powders, and create a really deep blooded area. I'm now doing the same thing with the mouth area, pulling a gap in between my real skin and the mask that I created. And on one of my side cheeks, it's going to be a ripped out mouth area with lots of the cheek tendons showing through. And now it's time to colour your zombie. So what I'm doing first is I'm pulling away all the prosthetic away from my face to create the gap underneath where my real skin is. And I'm going in with the black face paint and covering all the areas that I choose to give the illusion of death. I'm now applying red face paint over the same areas to give the illusion of a more bloody area. I now apply a dark tone foundation. This one I'm using is the FM Advanced Foundation in Ginger Cake. All over my face, all over the area and all over my chest and into my arms and shoulder blade area to blend it into your skin. This is where you really see your zombie starting to come to life. The more colour you add, the more realistic it's going to look. So decide at this point what kind of skin tone you want your zombie to have, whether it be black, grey, or more of a greeny kind of infected look. This is where you need to make that decision, because obviously you're applying this as a darker tone as a base, and then you're going to go over the top in a minute with a lighter tone to highlight all your features and any areas that you want to stand out on your zombie. I've decided to go for an infected look. So what I've done is I've got a very light coloured foundation. I'm using Estee Lauder in Cool Bone at the moment. And what I've got an olive green and made it quite watery, mix that around and then mix it into the foundation to create an off-coloured light pale foundation. And I'm going in with that now to highlight the areas all over the face. I'm applying the lighter foundation with a concealer brush, as I wanted to add more detail to the actual piece than to use the kabuki brush or a foundation brush and have it a smooth appearance. I wanted to keep as many of the different colours in there as I could to create texture and depth. Now, without picking up any extra products, I've took the Kabuki brush I was using before with the darker foundation on, and I'm going over specific areas of the face just to blend it in with the green a little better. Now time for shadowing. I'm doing this using a black eyeshadow. I'm using the one from the Lick and Lash palette. And I'm going in all the areas where the main wounds are around my eyes, underneath the gelatin mask, where all the wound pieces are, and then creating depth to any facial lines, wrinkles above the eye area, my neck, and any areas in general that I want to contour or deepen under. I'm now applying red face paint over all of the wound areas. I like to start with the inside out, so I'll work with the red paint in the inner part of the wound first, and then slowly work to the edges and leave a little black bit around the edges if I can, but blend it in well. And this gives that illusion of depth to the wound. I'm now going to add some gruesome false teeth to the mouthpiece. I'm attaching these by using spirit gum, putting them around the top rim of the tooth and then placing it on the inside of the prosthetic. Another good tip to use would be to use the Simwax, mould that into a long blow shape, put that inside just above where the prosthetic is inside, and then attach the teeth into that. I'm now covering the whole area with liquid latex. And then setting with the setting powder. I'm now applying yellow face paint to the teeth to make them look rotten and full of plaque. I'm now going in with red face paint and colouring in all of the gum area and applying the red face paint to the teeth area to give the illusion of blood. Now going ahead and doing more of the shadowing. I want the eye area to look as hollowed in as possible, so I'm applying quite a lot of dark to the centre and then working my way outwards. And I'm now going in with coagulated blood. This is a thick stage blood and going into all the wounds with this. And I'm also applying that to the teeth area and the tips of the teeth, like I've bitten somebody. I'm now going in with a small detail brush and just blending the blood around the piece to create a really bloody effect. And around the eye areas. To create more of a red sheen, a more skin-like, realistic look to the eye area. With making a zombie, it's all about getting creative, so just let your creative juices go wild. I'm now going in with Grimace stage blood. This is a thinner fake blood, and I'm applying this round the mouth area and creating some drip effects around the piece. I'm now going back in again with the small detail brush just to blend that into certain areas and to give your zombie a really realistic look. I'm very lightly going in with the blood and just splattering it around and then putting it onto the skin piece and blending it in with my fingers. I'm now going in with the yellow face paint and adding that to the skin areas, blending it in to give it a mouldy effect. You want to make your piece look as three-dimensional as possible with all the wounds and the flesh. So bring the flesh to life to make that really stand out against the wounds. Add some more definition to your chest piece to make it look more realistic. I'm now going in with my colour bruising wheel and I'm using the green one to start and the brown one to create a really dirty effect on my skin and lots of bruising. And that is it. Your zombie is complete. Hope I haven't terrified you too much. Please comment, like, comment and subscribe. And tune in to Think Beauty TV again for another crazy tutorial. If you've got any suggestions below of what you'd like me to do next, please leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.